Wait, talk?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, sounds
2K20
good.
sucks.
Oh! Oh, that's not good.
Had to get it in there.
Oh, alright, well, that should just be the opener.
Yeah. I mean, I guess so.
Welcome, everybody, to, I guess, I don't know, is this like a podcast?
Yeah,
I
I'd
guess
say
it's like a
it's
podcast.
podcast.
It's going to go for a long time. It's going to be a lot of all over the place sort of
Yeah,
thing. Not really too
exactly.
structured, but there's going to be some points we're going to hit. Anyway, this is about 2K20 being awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Or, very subpar. Not very
Yes.
good.
Yeah. Awesome if you want to say, if it's opposite day, you would say it's awesome.
You'd say
Incredibly
it's
awesome.
really good. So obviously 2K20 came out a bit less than a week ago now at the time of this coming out, and a lot has been said.
Yeah.
A lot of tweets. Hashtag fix WWE 2K20 trending on Twitter. That's a tongue twister.
Yeah, exactly.
And everywhere there's a lot to say. Gameplay, graphics, glitches.
Even stuff that happened like in the lead up to 2K20.
Yep.
That was a disaster in itself.
Yeah, and I honestly liked to believe, and it sounds dumb looking back on it now, but I thought there would have been a reason for this. They might have actually been working on stuff, but no, it just wasn't ready to show. They were rushing this game that much. And before we get into any of this, I want to point out now, if there's one person who wants to comment, well, it's only because Yuke's left. Yes, I know that. We know that. But it is not an excuse to release a not even half-done game.
Yeah, exactly.
It is not an excuse.
Yeah.
If you care about your fans, you would either work on it more, delay it, or simply skip the release because you had half a year to make this crap.
Yeah.
And do stuff you've never done before.
Yeah, exactly.
Because what are Yuke's mainly graphics?
That as well.
Are Yuke's mainly like the graphics dudes, or like what?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought, that's what I thought. I thought
because Visual Concepts or like 2K's own company that they replaced Yuke's with, so Visual Concepts, it sort of makes me think graphics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Regardless, all this crap they've never done before, and obviously they have got to work on this, but that means that it's also going to take away from other stuff, like gameplay, like polishing it, making sure there's no glitches.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot of funny glitches in this game.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of funny glitches.
Yeah, indeed.
I do not really care. Like, yeah, okay, some of them shouldn't be there, but I don't think this is the key issue for me.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a combination of everything, like the graphics, my career, glitches, even like just, I reckon the way they promoted the game leading up to it, like they gave us nothing.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I saw Chris Denker's interview that he did with that Jinx guy.
I love
whatever
this
his
one,
name is.
Yeah.
And I just love the way he came off when Chris asked him about that. He said, "Oh, we're busier than ever this year, trying to keep it a secret this time." Yep. I laughed so hard because the reality was they didn't have anything to show.
Nah, that's
and
it.
It's funny because usually every year they like make a big deal about how good the graphics are and everything. But I think it's either gotten to a point where the graphics can't get any better on the current generation that we're on with like consoles and everything.
I wouldn't go that far. But
or,
yeah.
Well, I don't know. I reckon. I don't really know how much better they could really get compared to like last year's games and stuff like that.
But, oh yeah, for sure. But could they do better with 2K20?
Yeah, that's like what I'm saying is I don't think from going to say 2K19 to 20 they couldn't make that much of an improvement in the graphics until they go over to next gen.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously
I'm scared for 2K21 if they're gonna try and put this stuff on PS5 and Xbox 2 or whatever. I'm scared.
Yeah, well, I mean,
new system, new everything. It's gonna be a disaster.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're gonna pull like what they did with 2K14. I know it was sort of a weird time because they switched.
That's when they
switched
from
THQ to 2K, and like it was a really weird time. And that was the year the new consoles released, but it didn't come out on the new consoles. It only came out on the previous generation.
Yeah, well, if it was me, I think, like as a fan, I wouldn't even really care about 2K20 because like I know it'll probably be another rushed game and everything, and
yeah,
they won't not only that, but I'm pretty sure like the PS5 is meant to come out next year as well, so that'll be
Yeah, it is.
next gen. And like if they make 2K21 now, they won't have, regardless on whether it's on the PS5 or not, I don't think they'll have the technology right away to make it feel like a next gen game like 2K14 was. 2K14 felt like a 360 PS3 game on the next gen until 2K15 came out when it was all really kind of updated. I just wait.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah.
Wait. I don't know if maybe I misunderstood. Did you just say 2K14 was on the next gen?
Yeah, it was on the next gen, right?
No. What?
Wasn't it on the next gen?
No, I think that's what I was saying. Like, they skipped. They only put it on the 360 and the PS3.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they didn't put it on Xbox One and PS4.
Oh, well, my bad. But
yeah, I get what you mean though.
Yeah,
like,
but
because you still knew it wasn't a next gen game.
Next gen. But I still don't think it'll be like ready for next gen. I'd just take next year off. Fix 2K20, I guess, like everyone wants, to release your patches or whatever, and then spend like a good year and a half or two on 2K21 or whatever for the next gen.
Yeah.
That's what I would want.
I think I want to go back to like the build up to this game was horrendous.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah, exactly.
There was lots of quite reasons for that, like the interview that Chris Denker did. They wanted to say, yeah, we were busy, all this, which was just a load of crap.
Yeah.
But everything they did put out was like one of their main marketing was for the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly could not care less about the soundtrack of this game. Because I don't know about anybody else, but I do not. If I turn off the music straight away, one, because I make content, but if I had it on, I would switch it to the Superstars themes.
Yeah, me too. Like
it was in 2K14 was the last game they kept it strictly to the Superstars themes, and then that's when they went, sponsor this, sponsor that. And I love your sponsorship deals. I know it's a big thing.
Yeah.
But this shouldn't be your main buy our game because you get to listen to this song. Like, okay. Like,
not only that, but it probably takes up more time away from the actual game trying to come up with, crappy music as well. It's not even good.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'd prefer to just have, superstar themes.
It makes it feel like a wrestling game. Then.
Yeah, I don't want to listen to all these, crazy, terrible modern-day rappers,
When I could listen to superstar themes that makes it more feel like a wrestling game.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, but also just quickly with that original, that first trailer where like, Hulk Hogan and I think it was Stone Cold.
Yeah.
And all that.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that I always like, again, and this is more just like broad with WWE, like how they constantly just use like, the part that, the legends and everything like that. Like I get what they were trying to do with like having Becky, being that she's on the cover, position her as like, the current man, I guess, and they were all kind of formerly known as the man back in their time.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it just takes away from like, the current roster, and I don't know, that trailer just kind of pissed me off,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Also with those cinematic gameplay trailers as well. Like I've never really understood those either, because like, again, that's not like proper gameplay. That's just like cinematic.
That's what I hate. Why was it called a gameplay trailer? That was not gameplay.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're not gonna play the game. With all these
2K
fancy...
even thinking on it? Did they actually release actual gameplay from themselves, or did they just leave it up to all the content creators?
They did. Maybe not until like the last week, I reckon.
Like what?
Yeah.
It's your game. It's not Xavier Woods' game. It's not Chris Denker's game. It's not. It's not freaking whoever's game.
Guy, whatever his name is.
It's not their game. It's your game. Why can't you release any gameplay?
Yeah, exactly.
Like what?
And I mean, I get like, and this is the thing. Like, I get that. Okay, Ukes bailed out on them this year, so they didn't have like enough time. But they could have gone to like even previous years. They never ever go to like E3 or anything. They're always just like,
Yeah.
wait till June or whatever, or August even, to release it. They're never at E3. I don't know why. That's the
I
time
don't know
they
what
should
they
be
do.
really like showing off all the gameplay and showing off all the new things.
Yeah, because I mean, they had no time to even sell the game either. Like, hey,
Yeah.
you should buy this game.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to go back on as well. You said about how they haven't promoted the graphics, and you're right, they haven't. But I did hear, I don't know, I couldn't find it, but it was on WWE television about the graphics.
Oh, really?
And they probably just didn't know what to say about the game, so it was just, yes, let's talk about the graphics. You know, graphics these days are really good.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, there actually are some really good models in 2K20. I think, like, Jerry the King Law is probably like one of the best looking models in the game.
I haven't seen Kings.
Oh, it is just horrendous, the graphics.
Oh, horrendous.
So, just like, no, his model's good. There are some good ones, but as an overall, how does that happen?
Yeah, I mean, overall.
Because Duke's left. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, we've gotten better graphics on, like, the last gen consoles.
Yeah.
Like, surely it's not... Like, I'm no video game creator or anything. Surely it's not that hard to kind of, you know, come up with something like that at least. Like, some of these were just, like, way off. Even Becky Lynch, the cover star, looked nothing like it.
Her hair is just...
Yeah, the hair in this game is terrible. Bianca Belair's entrance when she, like, you know, flings her hair around, it's like...
Don't even.
She's flinging around a piece of wood or something. It's not moving. It's not bending at all. But I mean, they've never really been good with like hair and title belts.
No,
I think.
but this year it's worse.
Yeah,
and it's
this
the
year
worst
was a lot
time
worse.
because they want to focus on the women so much.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Another thing that also pisses me off, and they've done this for like a few years now, and like it's like it's the most cheapest way to market a wrestling video game is it's the largest roster.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't care about all the people that have ever been in the WWE and the fact that they're in the game. Because, like, I'm probably not even going to play with half of them. Just give me, like, you know, the current stars, you know, the main legends and everything like that, and have your DLC.
Yeah, for sure.
And, yeah, what were your thoughts on Bray Wyatt and the fact that he was, you know, they had The Fiend as DLC?
The Fiend as DLC, just as DLC.
Yeah, is that how they? Because you have to pre-order it or something, don't you?
Yeah,
to play
that
the
is a good move, I think.
Yeah,
very smart business decision. Fiend DLC. His debut was at SummerSlam. That is unheard of to get him in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
That is a really good move, and putting him as DLC, fine, whatever. Kind of dog, I can see it, but I get it. Really good business strategy. What pisses me off about the Fiend is that he's still not playable in the game.
Yeah.
It has to be, it's Tuesday he comes out.
Yeah.
Pre-order bonus not available upon launch.
Yeah, that's...
Since when? And they were advertising it all the way up until literally the day before. You know what, guys? It's going to be a week until you can play as the Fiend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
They were advertising it all the way up. Play as the Fiend day one. Day one. 2K originals, this, spooky that. No, you know what? It's not good. It's not good.
That's really stitching up the fans there.
And I get, okay, maybe something wasn't ready. Could you not just, because, you know, the Fiend is part of this whole 2K original pack or whatever it is. I honestly do not care about 2K originals.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, I mean, if anything...
Could you not release just the Fiend?
If anything, you should be getting that type of stuff early. Like, there was no early, even, like, beta or demo, obviously, because they weren't ready, but... Yeah, they really... Even with, like, the pre-order thing, they really kind of... Did you see with the, even with, like, the collector's edition, Edge, like, and I know you sent me this, they weren't, some of the autographs weren't even signed by Edge.
Yeah, I don't know how that happens.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
But, honestly, I'd rather that than gameplay stuff, but it's still bad. Like,
yeah, I think they've even been kind of, not too great with their collector's editions. Like, I used to really look forward to seeing what you were going to get with the collector's edition, and you get some, like, really cool stuff, like, you know, pop vinyl figures or cool figurine statue things.
Yeah. I like
But-
the statues the most, like the NXT
Yeah.
edition statue.
Yeah, yeah. I got the Finn Balor one. That was pretty cool.
I hated the 2K18 one.
Oh, I didn't.
It was an actual action figure. I didn't get it.
Oh, was that John Cena one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Dumb.
was terrible.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Horrible. I don't care if it's exclusive or not.
Yeah.
You're putting a $10 action figure
Yeah, I know.
in a collector's edition. I don't care if it's exclusive. It's not worth more than $10.
Yeah, exactly.
2K19s, I enjoyed it. Would have preferred a statue than a pop vinyl, but hey, pop vinyl's actually decent though. Like,
What was that Ric Flair last
Ric
year?
Flair, you get the ring, you get the robe.
Yeah, that
Still
ring.
need to hang that
ring
up.
was cool.
Yeah, I like the ring. It was a bit of a weird false advertisement. They said it was a replica of one of Ric Flair's rings, yet it literally says Hall of Fame 2019 on it. But
Oh, really?
okay.
Yeah.
I don't think Ric Flair got inducted in 2019.
Yeah, exactly.
But okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
It was fine.
This year wasn't really that.
No, this year was horrible. When I saw the price, no, they dropped the price. My bad.
Oh, really?
When they first dropped it, the only place, at least in Australia, you could look at it was off the WWE shop, and it was like $210. Oh,
210.
yes. But then
Jeez.
I don't know why it stayed at that price on WWE shop, but it went down. Or EB Games was like 170. So it was like
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
wasn't the real price.
usually they're around like 200 now.
I think it was
pretty sure.
180 for 19s.
Yeah. I mean, that's not. I remember the days when they used to be like 150.
Yeah.
That was good. But yeah, they really didn't do a good job, I think, with the collectors. So that's another thing. But
it's not helping them, like the whole build up and
yeah,
physical things as well. Because that for some people that could be a make or break. You know, they know the game's gonna suck.
yeah,
But hey, look at this cool collector's edition.
yeah. That was part of the reasons why I was buying like 17, 16 even, because like just for the collectors.
Yeah.
Like yeah. But then eventually
Sure.
the collectors turned crap, and I was just like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna.
No. To sort of go back over to the gameplay side of things now.
Yeah.
2K18 Nintendo Switch. Disaster, right?
Yeah.
Disaster.
That was a game I brought just so I could make a video out of it. Not
Did you
even
get
that. Yeah,
Oh,
I made a video out of it.
2K18 on the Switch.
Yep.
Oh,
Like just completely just laughing and making fun of it. I had the gameplay up and just watching it move at 4 frames a second.
oh man.
Yeah.
Anyway, would it be... I think we both know the answer to this, but would it be an overstatement to say this game is worse than that? Oh, hang on. I'm not gonna... I would say it's a huge overstatement, but if you can give me some evidence as to why, then I'd love it. Because I guess the argument is this is a full-on game. You know, you're expecting something a little bit downgraded when you go to a Switch. This is a full-on release, so I guess you could argue this is worse, but the actual game itself, obviously not.
Yeah, I mean that game was that game was like legitimately like broken.
Yeah.
Like that was like we say that 2K20 was is unplayable and everything, but that was like unplayable times 10 if you play with more than like a one-on-one match because it just couldn't. The Switch couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
So
if I was to put gameplay just up against each other solely for that, not the consoles, not anything, obviously you'd pick 2K20 on the Xbox One or the PS4 over 2K18 on the Switch. But having said that, I'll actually take it back. Originally I thought, no, it isn't as big of a disaster. I think this is a bigger disaster. I really do, because this is the full-on release. If the game doesn't even work on PC, you can't even. Most people can't go into a match on the computer.
Yeah.
And then so many people having like just dumb issues on the Xbox. This is like a full release. The Switch wasn't really like a full-on.
Yeah, exactly.
You expected something
not many people have
downgraded.
Switches as well.
Yeah.
You know.
You expected something downgraded. That was a disaster. I still don't know how they released that, but no, I will take back what I was saying. Like, I think this is a bigger disaster.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah, especially because this is across all platforms as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, just there's a lot. I guess I feel like there's more issues with 2K20, but the issue with 2K18 on the Switch was just like one giant issue that couldn't cope on the Switch. But yeah, I mean, this is probably this is what's the word? Gotten more exposure, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it's across all platforms. and it's now trending.
Yeah. Not as much as it was. There was tweets like every second, but now it's sort of like died down.
Yeah.
But
And I mean, should probably talk about Ukes, because that's, you know, the main. That's the excuse that a lot of people have been getting.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, for all the people out there that want to say Ukes is, you know, the reason and everything like that, it's like what a lot of people have been saying is 2K. You know, it's no excuse for 2K to continue on the game and release it knowing that it's broken. Like, they completely just rushed out the game, tried to steal as much money as they could from us because they don't care about us. If they did, they would have waited, delayed the game, said that, you know, we're not ready, instead of coming out with some garbage statement like they did, which we'll talk about soon.
Yeah.
They just...
I think as well, like, had they delayed it, you know, this isn't a once in 4 years game. This isn't a Spider-Man on the PS4. This isn't a Batman Arkham Knight, because you know how, I don't know if you followed that back, how long ago that was. That got hugely delayed, that game.
Yeah.
This isn't like that.
Yeah.
This is a yearly wrestling game, and that a lot of people in the community are starting to realise every year, and the sales are going down and down. They're starting to realise how bad this shit's getting.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think, other than 10-year-olds that are going to get the game for Christmas, alright, and other than people who have the mind of a 10-year-old who are just going to buy the game and say it's good no matter what, other than those people, do you think anyone's going to care that it gets delayed or potentially cancelled and just released the next year? Just
skip
that's
it,
true.
I mean,
and just work on the same, you know, project until 2021? Do you think anyone would actually care?
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, because they've gotten such a bad reputation now.
Yeah.
I mean, they'd have to really just be really convincing, and, you know, as far as delivering a really good game.
Yeah.
You know, like what WWE have done at times with, you know, having the Man family come out and say, oh, we're going to change, we're going to start listening to, and everything like that, when they've made big deals, but they still haven't delivered. But, you know, that they were like some times where I actually believed that, okay, I'll give WWE another chance. But now, because they've done that so many times and still haven't really changed, you know, I don't really ever give WWE a chance anymore. So if they were to do that, they'd really have to, you know, they wouldn't really have much of a chance. It's either, you know, you deliver and make people happy, or you don't deliver and then people just will further not believe in the game.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, that's a good question. I just don't get what enjoyment really people would get out of this year's game. I mean, should we talk about the glitches?
Before we do, I want to quickly roll back. I forgot to bring out the last point about 2K18 on the Switch. Now, I don't think it's going to be as bad, but 2K gave up on that game, and they just refunded anyone who asked for a refund. Like, Nintendo ended up doing it. Like, it was a tough battle for the people that wanted it, but I think they ended up just refunding it.
Yeah.
I'm scared. They gave up on that game, and they never released it on the Switch again.
Yeah.
I'm scared that something similar is going to happen here. Not as bad. They're not going to completely give up. But I can see them just dipping.
As in, like not bothering to release it on PlayStations and everything like that?
Oh, no. Like, I mean, like, I can see them to just, you know, release a patch, fix a few glitches, and that's it. Not actually fix the actual issue, which is gameplay.
I mean, I feel like that's what they've kind of done before in the past. Like, usually a lot of the times they'll have their big kind of, or their major patch to fix up the, you know, original bugs and glitches, and then after that, they've moved on.
Yeah.
Apart from DLC, because, you know, you've got to get that extra money. That's all they care about. But yeah, I think, I mean, I don't ever see them like not making games, because regardless of whether the games are good or bad, you know, like you said, kids are still always going to buy these games. Yeah. Because, I mean, when I was a kid, you know, I used to love playing the games and everything like that, even though the games were better back then than they are now. I feel like you just find more enjoyment out of them as a kid regardless. But, speaking of, 2K and all that, did you want to go over like their statement now or save that?
Yeah, no,
till
we'll
later?
go over the statement.
Yeah.
So, if you haven't been following them on Twitter, I'm going to get it up.
Yeah.
They finally released a statement after days and days of that trending. I don't know, it's not trending anymore, but it was trending. It might have even got really close to number one. I honestly don't know. But it did pop up in my, thing, saying trending in Australia. So, this is a big issue. We are listening closely to the feedback that's been shared regarding WWE 2K20 and are aware of the concerns some players are reporting. We're working hard to investigate these concerns and address them as necessary. We expect to have the initial patch ready in the next 2 weeks, with others to follow. Stay tuned to WWE Games' social media channels for more information.
So much wrong with that.
Some players are having issues, guys.
Yeah, some. I mean, if you haven't had an issue, it's probably a miracle.
Yeah.
So first of all, they're lying by that. Acting as if, we've had a couple reports here and there. We're looking into it. No big deal. 2 weeks, it'll be all good and done. It's like, no, your whole game is pretty much broken and everyone is having the issue.
Oh,
it's unbelievable.
God. It's too funny.
Yeah.
So they did also say, with more to follow. More patches. So I don't know what this patch means. They haven't really said anything.
Yeah, I know.
They've just said, we're working on it.
Yeah, and another thing, just after it says, we're aware that, some players are reporting this and that, it also says, we're working hard to investigate these concerns and address them as necessary. It's like, again, I can't believe that because that's what that Jinx guy said on the interview. We're working hard to make sure this game is really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they put zero effort into it. So that's another thing that, the fans aren't really going to buy.
Mm.
And
I don't know when, but I'm excited for the sales report to come out, of how many copies sold.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't think the report will be as bad as maybe everyone thinks it'll be this year. I think, if anything, this year's game will have a massive effect on next year's game.
Yep, for sure. I think it will be down, for sure, from last year.
I think it
will
be.
No doubts, but it won't be down to, something ridiculous.
I think, that could be saved for next year's game.
Yeah, unless they somehow, unless they bring in GM mode, which is another thing we'll get to, about them listening to the fans.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's not much to say about that tweet because there's nothing said other than they're saying they're fixing stuff, but who can believe it at this point?
I know. I mean, once we actually see something, then that's the only time we can really believe it. Yep.
It's that simple.
The funny thing is people are actually kind of buying what 2K is saying. If you just go through, the replies, thanks for the acknowledgement and everything like that, people are saying, it's like you're just giving them too many chances.
Yeah.
Smack talks. Thanks for addressing these issues, 2K.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it really is.
I think we should roll back to Chris Danger's little interview.
Yeah, I haven't seen the full thing. I've just seen I saw that first part, and I don't know about you there.
I saw it. I watched it, and then I did a proper breakdown of it.
Yeah.
And something that really got on my nerves was when he mentioned about GM mode.
Yeah.
And they obviously turned it down and just said, yeah, we're listening. But one of the other things you guys wanted was a female in my career. It's the 2K20 game, and people have been asking for this probably since 2K16.
Yeah.
How long have people been asking for GM mode to return?
Yeah.
How long? Yeah. And how hard would it be to put this in? And how many sales would this game get you if you put a bit of effort in and said, hey, GM mode's back and it works,
Yeah.
How... I just don't understand. Yeah. I don't understand them.
Especially with, the draft is back now and everything. I mean, it would make perfect sense.
That's what everyone thought when was the initial draft, for this era? 2016?
Yeah.
And then everyone thought 2K17 is definitely going to have GM mode or some sort of universe mode draft implements. Like, you know, it doesn't even have to be its own standalone mode. You can put GM mode features in universe mode, which would make universe mode live again. It would bring universe mode back to life.
Yeah.
Because that's just been stale.
Yeah.
Like, so a lot of people say universe mode is the key role to 2K game success, and I have to agree. It's, like, it's the only replayable mode.
Yeah.
But you've got to do something to it.
Yeah, I mean, especially with like the dialogue and everything as well. Like, even basics like that. Like, if they improve that, you know, the modes will be improved so much more. Like, I think it was 2K18. There was like no dialogue.
Yeah.
And that was like terrible. That just like took the fun right out of the mode and everything.
Yeah.
If they fix like simple things like that, then that'd definitely improve like a universe mode and stuff like that. But I'm not really like, in my honest opinion, I'm not the biggest fan of like the My Career. I just think that like, I just don't think it'll 100% ever work with like a wrestling game, especially because like, you know, they try and base it off real life, but if you're trying to make it into wrestling, you don't win matches to, you know, get higher in your career in the first place. You just, you know, obviously have to put on good performances and stuff like that and really make a name for yourself. I don't know, I just think the whole thing's just kind of a bit tacky, if you ask me. Like, just kind of the way they do it. I think they're better off just... Honestly, I'd be fine if they got rid of My Career and brought back, like, you know, like you said, GM mode. Road to WrestleMania and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Modes that have proven to work in the past. And I think modes that could also bring back some players. Like, if you hear that GM mode's coming back and you haven't gotten 2K in, you know, a couple of years, someone like me, I'd probably, you know, seriously think about getting the next 2K game.
Yeah.
But because My Career has such a bad reputation, I don't reckon many people are going to even really bother to think about getting the game.
Well, that's what I want to say. Like, I remember back... I mean, the straight WWE games I've got is since WWE 13. I've got everyone since WWE 13. I don't think I had WWE 12, but I had 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
Probably had not, you know. So I've gotten these for a long time. And I remember since 2K14, when it first switched to 2K, whether, you know, we're not going to get into the whole, you know, 2K never made 2K14. I know.
Yeah.
But that was when I was like, you know, it'd be cool if they put a career mode in. And obviously they finally did it when they actually had their first 2K game, and it was their first one on the next gen, 2K15. They put it in. And a lot of people were disappointed with My Career. And the reason being for that is because the story ended when you won the WWE title. That was it.
Yeah.
You went to the future. Remember. You had like a 10-year long reign. Then you had one final match, and that was it.
Yeah.
You could win, you could lose. There was no set ending as well, so that's something different. You could lose, you could win. It didn't matter. The career mode would be over.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay, you know, a lot of people were angry about it. Hell yeah. You know, I was sort of angry about it as well. And some people still think 2K16 was the best My Career, and I can sort of side with them with this.
Yeah.
But 2K16 My Career, there was no story element. It was just, you have a guy, you play matches, you rank your way up into championship rankings, you know.
Yeah.
I think I don't know why they didn't do it, and I haven't finished 2K20 career mode yet, at least the story version, story side of it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like it's like that either. But I think if they just did a story mode, sort of like how NBA does it, you do a story mode, then you sort of transition to like a sort of university mode sort of feel, but it's just you're in control of one guy. And you get put into these random matches, which is debatable, but you can still start rivalries, you can do whatever you want, you can go for whatever title you want. I think you have a story mode and you just tack on literally the exact same of 2K16 and 17's My Career afterwards. After the story mode's done. Because then you've got the story bit, which is something that intrigues me, and then you've got the replayability, which intrigues a lot of people. 2K18 and 19's My Career after the story mode finishes is playable. You can still play, but it is not it's nothing like 2K16 and 17's career, which is why some people say 2K16 and 17's My Career is really, really good.
Yeah.
Because you can actually play it, because the whole mode is just play matches.
Yeah.
Whereas 2K18 and 19, and assumingly 20's My Career so far, is you have a good story mode, or I don't know about good, but you have a story mode, and after that, it's pretty much over, except you can sort of still play matches, but there's no, like, you don't get any control of what you're doing.
Yeah. So you're saying,
think,
like, because I don't think I played the 2K16 My Career. So once you finished, like, the story mode, it was kind of just, like, make your own type of matches and stuff like that? Is that how it was?
Well, 2K16 and 17's My Career didn't have a story mode. The whole thing was just make a guy play matches.
Right.
Whereas with 15 had a story mode, but after it, that was it. You couldn't play anymore.
Yeah.
18 and 19, you had a story mode, and you could play afterwards, but you had no control. You couldn't pick your own rivalries. You couldn't pick what title you're going for. You couldn't, create a tag team with someone, Whereas 16 and 17 had like a sort of universe mode feel, but you were controlling one guy, and that was it, and you upgraded him, and so on. Yeah. I think that's what they need to do if they want My Career to succeed.
Yeah, I mean...
Because the story mode intrigues me, but it's sort of sad when you finish the story mode and it's like, you can't play anymore.
Yeah,
It wasn't really career mode, it was just Road to WrestleMania custom character.
Well, I mean, maybe they could, like, merge, like, say, My Career and My Universe mode together and kind of have them be like, the My Career, like, the story, and then once you finish, like, the story mode, then that, like, choosing your own rivalries and stuff like that is, like, kind of the universe mode part of it.
Yeah.
And just maybe repackage both modes and come up with a new name for it and stuff like that. That could be, something that they do and look into.
Yeah.
And could, bring people's interest back into the game as well.
Yeah, because I think it's a 2K thing. My Career is a 2K thing.
Yeah.
And
they do it with
NBA as well. Continue.
Yeah. I mean,
how they improve on it is hard, but...
Yeah, I think, they need to make some big improvements with My Career.
Because when you ask me, there's got to be a story mode.
Yeah,
but it would be nice. I know it's hard, but it would be so nice, and I think they've sort of implemented it this year, but there's a story mode, but there can be multiple different endings, depending on choices you make during the career. They've sort of started to put it in this year. There is improvement.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah.
And then after that, you actually can keep playing.
Yeah. What is the story with this year's game? Because I saw videos of just, like, kind of kids or stuff in the backstage or, like, at these local gyms or high schools or something like that.
So I guess this would be, like, a proper time to go back onto 2K20, really.
Yeah.
But the My Career this year is different. Mainly having to do with how there's you can play as a female in My Career mode.
Which that's not really that's not like, if I saw that wouldn't really change my mind on whether or not I was going to buy the game anyway.
And it works. You start off, you're getting inducted into Hall of Fame already.
Oh, right. As in WWE Hall of Fame.
WWE Hall of Fame, but you are flashing back during, like, the speech and during seeing people before you actually get inducted. You're like flashing back to these moments that happen.
Yeah.
This is where it loses me. There are some good story. I don't know what chapter. I'm up to the Becky Lynch and her clan part at this point of filming this.
Yeah.
And there's some good story bits in it.
Yeah.
There are. But what loses me is when you're, say, Raw Women's Champion, and then all of a sudden, you go back to the Hall of Fame speech, and then all of a sudden, hang on, now you're on SmackDown, you're going after the SmackDown Women's title. It's just highlights. It's not really a career mode.
Yeah, so is it kind of like you're at the point where you've already completed all your achievements? Is just kind of thinking back on, like, his journey, and you're replaying it?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's kind of...
Because it spans over, like, 10 years or something. I don't know, like, it's so long. Like, you start off as high school kids, and you leave, and then you work your way up through the indies, you get to NXT, you go to the Mae Young Classic, all this. you team with Velveteen Dream to try and win the Dusty Classic. Like, you're playing as the woman and the dude at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's something, like, sometimes their stories come together.
Yeah.
Like, in the, like, spoiler alert for my career, in this Becky Lynch thing, your male character and your female character are working together with the New Day against Becky Lynch and all of her dudes. Like, sometimes they come together, but sometimes it's completely different. It just feels so disconnected.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, like, you're competing for the Dusty Classic with the Velveteen Dream, but you're also, when you finish that match, you're playing as the woman to go for the NXT Women's Championship.
Yeah.
It's just so disconnected, but then sometimes it reconnects. And here's what I'm saying about my career, and I said it. I would have rathered if it was just a female my career. No males this year. But then, you know, that opens up for the issue again.
Yeah.
You know, oh, well, you know.
Not including
why can't there be both?
Yeah.
I would have honestly rather just a female in my career, but I understand that can't be possible.
Yeah.
And I also understand they won't make two standalone stories, one for the male and one for the female. Which is just, it's sort of the tricky situation, and that's the reason why I didn't want a female my career, because I was scared, and I'm glad that there is still a story mode, because I was scared they were going to resort back to 2K16 and 17's my career, where it's just you make a female or a male, and you play matches with them.
Yeah.
Because they could have done that easily, and then, you know, still kept that same banner, like, you can play as a female in my career now. Like, but then it's like nothing special at all.
Yeah.
It would have felt like a huge step back.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying, this whole women's evolution thing is just a bit of a step back for 2K games.
Yeah.
Because regardless of, honestly, I don't think they're doing it because they want to. I think it's just because they have to.
Yeah. Of course.
But I don't think that it matters to them, and I don't think that...
I mean, I don't really care that much. Like, it wouldn't bother me.
Yeah.
You know, but, I mean, it would bother some people out there.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean, I guess, like, you know, if you're a female as well, like, it would probably bother you as well. But, like, someone like me, it doesn't bother. But, yeah, I get why they had to do it.
And it's like, that's where I feel like the game has sort of, like, lost a bit of its touch here, because they had to do this female My Career mode as well as the male one. And so, like, if, just for more context, like, you play as both of them, obviously. And that's just the issue I have. It's just so disconnected at times. But then when it is connected, it's just cringy. Like, why are they mix tagging all this stuff? Like, it's...
Yeah, exactly.
And that's, I think, the problem, because now they can't go to 2K21 and not have a female My Career, or not have a men My Career.
Yeah,
so
now they
I
have to have a
think
My Career.
They're going to resort to taking a huge step back and going back to the 2K16 and 17's My Career format, which is just make someone play matches.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
And you just grind.
Yeah.
You know, not even, like, only, like, universe cutscenes. Like, you know how you have those default universe cutscenes? That's the sort of crap you'd get.
Yeah.
No, like, proper dialogue.
Kind of lazy stuff, and, I get what you mean.
And, and that's what I was saying, like, 2K16 and 17's My Career was just, like, universe mode, but...
Yeah, and that tough stuff, What they did with the laziness just takes the fun out of it. But,
so I don't know.
Should we move on to, like, the gameplay aspect of it?
Yeah.
Because that's probably the other major issue.
This is the major.
Yeah. I don't even know where to start.
Glitches are cool. Glitches aren't a big deal for me. Gameplay is.
Yeah.
All the kids that want to talk about graphics, okay, cool. And they're like, well, it's not about the graphics, it's about the gameplay.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't actually really care that much about graphics. Like, if the
but it's
gameplay,
just added to the fire.
Yeah, if the gameplay was good, and they took a step back on the graphics, I'd probably, I wouldn't really care. I'd probably be more happy. But because the gameplay is worse this year, and the graphics are worse this year, like you said, it's just added to more fire, and it's just further embarrassed the franchise. Like, I loved when even Keemstar, he started tweeting about it as well.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome.
I was glad, because he's a big name, and a lot of people would have come to a lot of people's attention. So I was glad that he did that. But yeah, the glitches are crazy. They yeah.
And the glitches, for probably the 70th time in this video, aren't the big deal for me. Yes,
Yeah, no.
there are way too many.
Yeah.
Yes, they can be annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Do they provide some entertainment? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Can they be fixed by just a simple reboot? Yes. Can things like horrible targeting be fixed from a reboot? No.
No. Yeah.
And this is the gameplay issue I think that everyone's having. And also the gameplay is slightly slower this year as well, which is another step back.
Yeah.
Everyone wanted to speed up a bit. They were sick of this simulation style. 2K19, I think, fixed that a fair bit. People still probably, I think, wanted it more to go back to the 2K 13 and 14 sort of days, or just that 12, 13, 14, where it was all fast-paced, no stamina, no reversal caps. You can turn all that off, even in 2K20, but, it's not how the game comes, and I still think even then, though, moves are slow.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't like. To be fully honest, it doesn't really bother me. The movement of the game, the pace that you go at.
I just find that the gameplay's always just felt kind of choppy, like over recent years. Like, just with, I don't know, it just doesn't feel smooth. And I feel like it should feel smooth, but it doesn't. Like, you do one move, and then all of a sudden he'll just kind of, I don't know, it just doesn't feel smooth transitioning from move to move. And, that's something that, like, I'd want to hope when we get to next gen, they can really focus on updating their gaming engines or whatever it is to make it feel smooth. Because it really hasn't ever felt smooth in, ever since they really moved to 2K for me.
Yeah. For sure.
Also, another thing that's always annoyed me is just referees in these games.
Yeah.
I wish they would make the referees a bit more kind of realistic, like when they count and everything. Like, they count so slowly, and they don't, like, sometimes you cover a guy in the corner and the referee will be on the other side of the ring facing the other way. Like, it's just kind of really takes a lot out of the match, if you ask me, with stuff like that. Commentary as well, that's always been a terrible issue.
Yeah.
And also, like, another thing, and this is like, it's always annoyed me, and I know, like, I mentioned it on your midnight stream, I think it was.
Yeah.
Is like the WrestleMania type of bigger entrances. And, like, I get why obviously they don't do that, because it would put, it's obviously a lot more effort. They'd have to redo all the models and everything and have two separate entrances for each. But I feel like with WWE expanding and becoming, bigger and going out to bigger venues, like, they're doing, they've got WrestleMania, now they've got also the 2 Saudi shows. Last year they had the Showdown, and they'll probably, do more international events like that, I'm sure, down the line. Royal Rumble's now moving into bigger baseball stadiums. I feel like they really, like, it's kind of becoming a part of WWE a lot more, like big elaborate entrances, to where I just feel like they should start doing that. And put that extra effort in. Like, if this was, 5 years ago, when the only thing we'd get is WrestleMania, that's fine. Like, I get it, WrestleMania. But now that they do a lot more bigger shows, they should really start incorporating that into the game, I think.
Well, we know the reason why they don't do it.
Yeah, I know the reason why, yeah.
But I think maybe you don't have to model every arena to how it is.
Yeah.
I think every superstar should get a stadium entrance and an arena entrance.
Yeah.
And even if the stadium, say the WrestleMania 35 stadium, is in real life bigger than the 34 stadium, it doesn't matter, because in 2K, every game before that as well, they've been the same size.
Yeah.
The WrestleMania 35 stadium is the exact same as the Raw Arena in the game.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same size, it's the same scale, it's the same ramp size. So it doesn't matter if you have, say, a stadium entrance for each superstar, and you've got your WrestleMania 35 stadium as well as your WrestleMania 34 stadium. But, hang on, wait. No one's gonna pull you up on that, because you've already got the WrestleMania 35 stadium the same size as the Raw Arena in the game. So no one's gonna care if you did that and had, one big arena entrance and then one small arena entrance.
Yeah.
Depending on the big or the small thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's another thing that's always pissed me off, though, is like the fact that the stadiums actually don't feel like stadiums.
Yeah.
And I know it's more of it's not like one of the big issues that everyone's complaining about. This is just more of a personal thing with me. I wish like the stadiums actually would feel like stadiums, you know?
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Yeah. But yeah, gameplay has just been pretty bad this year.
Is bad.
Yeah, targeting's bad.
Targeting is the big one for me. I think that's the only issues I've had. But I might see if I remember. They'll be up on screen now. A clip from my career episode that released earlier today, where I don't think this is a bit of a glitch, but Finn Balor's down. You can see that. I'm hoping you can see that. Imagine if I can get it. You can't see that, but the viewers can see that. Yeah. You've seen the clip. Finn Balor's down. I go for the cover, and Finn Balor, he's been down for like 3 minutes, but he pops up at the last second, and it looks like he broke the pinfall from Red onto Becky Lynch. That's a bit of a weird glitch.
Have they seen it yet?
I think they have.
Okay, yeah, that was the way he pops up, like the Rock from
Oh my
back
God.
in the day. Hilarious.
It's a good one. I like that. But what I want to get to from that is a gameplay issue here. I don't think it's a huge glitch. I think it's just another targeting problem.
Mm-hmm.
Mixed tag team matches. When you tag, say I'm the female, and I'm going up against the female, and then I tag the male in, or vice versa.
Yeah.
And obviously the other male automatically comes in because that's the way mixed tag rules work.
Yeah.
My male superstar will still be targeted to the female superstar. I have to manually target it to the male.
Yeah.
That was the issue I had playing that mixed tag team match in my careers episode earlier on today. I had to keep changing. Every time I tagged out, I had to change to... it didn't auto, which is dumb because my male, it will not let me attack the female.
Yeah.
It won't let me do it, so I don't know why. It doesn't... even in normal tag team matches, you automatically switch over.
Yeah.
When someone gets tagged in or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know
why...
I had to manually change it in the mixed tag team match.
Yeah, it
was very odd.
Dumb. Yeah, that's another careless kind of thing that they didn't really care about, obviously.
So I think when you talk about create a championship, I don't know if you've heard about that. Not in the game yet. Yeah. They will patch it in.
Mm-hmm.
And no one knows yet if it's a thing that's going to come when create a championship comes, or if it's something that got completely removed. But one of WWE 2K19's best detailed features, like attention to detail, was the side plates already existed in the game, like superstar side plates, but you had to make a brand new championship for them to be applied.
Yeah.
So it'd be a specific championship that could only be used with this superstar, since you're not going to use Seth Rollins side plates on Roman Reigns or whatever. Mm-hmm. But they changed it so that the side plates would automatically be added depending on who was holding the belt.
Yeah.
And that was a really good addition.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best things they've ever done.
Yeah.
I would not have expected them to do that in a million years.
Yeah, no, neither.
That feature has noticeably been absent. It's just the WWE side plates again.
Yeah.
But,
and you can't even...
Yeah, and you can't even make new titles yet. But I'm hoping when Creator Championship releases, the auto side plate feature will come with it as well.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if that... I think that feature is a part of Creator Championship as the mode.
Yeah.
Or is it a part of Creator Superstar? I don't know. But
yeah.
If that doesn't come in, that's another huge step back.
Yeah, I know.
Side plates were just a huge thing in 2K19. Like, oh my god, like, you're Seth Rollins, you beat AJ Styles for the WWE title. Obviously, at the end of the match, you hold it up and it's got the blue phenomenal side plates on it and everything. But then when Seth Rollins comes out for his next match in Exhibition or Universe or whatever, the Seth plates are on.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I know. That is a good thing, and it adds to, like, the realism, I guess, of what WWE is in real life.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do now. Even though I actually do prefer the traditional, like, lettering plates that they used to have at the bottom.
That's only on the United States title.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I prefer those. The whole, like, side plate thing in real life is a bit kind of, childish and lame, if you ask me, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's not
But
2K related.
it's the way it is, so
Yep.
it's something 2K
Takes away
should
from the
have in the
realism.
game.
Yeah.
They put it in the game in 2K19. Great addition. I was
Yeah.
really proud to see that.
Yeah.
And it disappeared.
And speaking of like
and
realism, and I know like 2K really couldn't have done much about this, but being that WWE like updated, you know, they had their draft and, you know, their season premieres and new stages and all this types of crap.
Yeah.
That's another thing that really just kind of ruined the game by default. The fact that, oh yeah, we're getting this game, it's supposed to be the new updated version, yet it feels like, you know, it's the old season. It's yeah. But, you know, I'm not really going to go hard on 2K for that because
I think
that's
a
understandable.
WWE issue, to be honest. I think that there needs to be better communication. You know, 2K are making your game.
Yeah.
If you want more people to buy this game, they don't want to feel like 2K19 with some extra superstars. They want to feel like 2K20, where 2020 is just going to be the whole year you're going to see these new arenas.
Yeah.
And what do you get in the game? The old ones. The ones
What's the
2019.
What's the commentary team for this year's game?
Ooh. Is it just? I think it's just the same. Byron, Cole, maybe it's Renee.
Yeah.
Or is it Corey?
Maybe.
I think it's all.
Surely
of them.
it'd be. Surely
I think it's all four. I think it's all four.
Really?
I don't know.
I
actually don't know.
That's another thing that has always annoyed me, like not having the right commentary teams. They have to have that next year. Surely they'd do that next year.
But I think it's so, like it's a tricky one.
I mean, they used to do that for like the old games, like back with the original brand split. So I mean, I don't see why they can't do it now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it is something that needs to be like handled with better.
Yeah. But I mean, they're all gameplay kind of related issues. It just feels like there's just a lack of effort with everything right now with 2K.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess the next thing we'll wait for is the patch and what they do with this patch. That's the next kind of interesting thing. Because, you know, they got rated a 4 out of 10 from IGN.
Which is huge because IGN are always giving bad games good reviews.
Even in the past, they've been giving 2K like good reviews, like 7s and stuff like that. Even when
they don't deserve that.
Yeah, no.
So for me, it's probably been a 6 in the recent years.
Yeah,
and to me, it's less than 4, but I think 4 from them is huge.
Yeah. Yeah, it's massive. But yeah, I mean, I guess just speaking on like quickly going back onto the modes and stuff like that, I reckon it'd be kind of cool to add like kind of an arcade mode, because I know like, you know, it's all about being realistic and everything like that, and it's more of like a simulation. But you remember last year they added in like, for some reason, those weird bubblehead modes.
I think that's still in the game.
Is that still in the game?
But it just wasn't advertised because it was just like, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really get the point of like you're playing and their heads are bigger. I don't really. I mean, you could actually do something with that and have like that be kind of like a side arcade mode to WWE where like, did you ever get that game WWE All Stars?
Yeah.
I think it came out in like yeah. That was actually like, that was a pretty fun game, and it wasn't all that realistic. It was more of an arcade. Yeah. But it was quite fun and everything like that. And it was more of a fantasy type of, you know, if they want to dive into like fantasy stuff, I'd prefer they do something like that, you know, because I reckon that'd be quite fun rather than, you know, these just crazy Disney World type arenas that they're trying to do in the game.
Well, I mean, that's something we need to cover. 2K Originals.
Yeah.
The replacement for DLC characters. Do I think DLC characters are needed? Nope. No. Do I think there was a much better thing they could have done than 2K Originals? Yes. When I first heard of 2K Originals, I thought it was going to be like a sort of like a Road to WrestleMania thing. But I don't know why I thought that, but obviously it's not, and it's just spooky arenas with like these showcase sort of modes with tiny bits of dialogue. Yeah. And a lot of it's text though as well. Yeah. Like text dialogue. Yeah. And that's 2K Originals.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really know much about the 2K Originals. I've heard about them, but yeah, I don't know
I bought the deluxe edition thinking that it was going to be something like that, but it's not. Like, because there's no reason. Because, like, in previous years as well, and this is nitpicking, like, this is just a personal preference, but 2K18 and 19, if you bought the deluxe edition or higher, you got the game on the Friday instead of the Tuesday. I like that. Because a Friday is a lot better than a Tuesday.
Yeah,
I think they should have just, if they didn't want to do an early access again this year, because I kind of think it is a bit unfair.
Yeah.
That, you know, you pay more money, you get the game earlier. Okay, you don't want to do that anymore. Cool. Could you just move the whole release to a Friday then?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. Because Friday works. It really does. Not a Tuesday.
Yeah. I mean...
But hey, the game was that bad. I don't think it matters when it came out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, it is what it is. You know? That should be a default thing, I think, getting the game early. Or you get, like, a demo.
Yeah.
A demo would be pretty good, actually, with knowing 2K. Because you don't get much from 2K leading up to the game. So a demo would be, like, a really nice, kind of cool thing to have.
And if they did demo, they could actually... Because that's what demos and betas are for. For the developer to use you as a tester.
Yeah.
You're happy because you're just getting to play the game early. They're really using you as a tester. That's what Call of Duty beta's for. Every year they've started doing that again. Yeah. That's exactly what the Call of Duty beta's for. They still make you pre-order to get the beta and whatever, or early access to the beta, but I don't think anyone really cares at the end of the day.
Yeah, no. Not really. I mean, it's
They're getting to play the game early.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll find a lot of glitches, and then that's what the beta's for, to fix them.
Exactly.
To find these little glitches that are hard to get to.
Yeah. That's what they need to do rather than sending out all these photoshopped screenshots that mean nothing.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much all I really have to say about the game. I can't think of anything else.
The final bit I want to go on is how can you recommend this game? Can you, in any world, recommend this game to anyone?
Yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, if I was to recommend this game, I'd probably... I don't know. I mean, I guess you just have to do what WWE 2K do, how they trick us every single year. You'd have to lie. You'd have to lie and say it's, you know, the greatest game ever. It's got all these cool new modes.
Yeah.
Show off, you know, try and show off, or you can't show off the graphics of this game, but create some cinematic
just
trailers.
Pull 2K15
cool.
out.
Yeah, exactly. Show them the graphics for 2K15. You know, it's the greatest game ever, and then they buy it and hate to disappoint you, but yeah.
I can recommend this game to a very small group of people. If your only focus every year on 2K or WWE 2K is My Career, and you are not concerned about how bad the My Career is going to be, you just want something new, I can recommend this game for you, because it is something new. It's something different.
Yeah.
Is it good? No. But if that's what you're looking for, is something new, by all means, I can recommend this game for you. But if you're looking for an overall package, or you're looking for a good My Career, sorry, but do not buy this game. Yeah.
And I guess kids as well. You could probably recommend it for kids, because at the end of the day, I don't think they'd
new
really
characters.
Care. Yeah. All they really care about is, you know, getting the updated roster, characters, this and that.
Or just having the new game. They can't have the old one anymore.
Yeah, exactly. But apart from that, you know, I really couldn't see, if you're just, you know, a regular person that doesn't, you know, make 2K videos and stuff like that and wants to play the game for fun, I don't really see how, like, you know, you could get much enjoyment out of the game and stuff like that. I would
easily recommend 2K19 any day of the week.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, much better than...
wasn't that bad.
It's much better than 2K20.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, but if I had to recommend it would just, that's the only way I could. If you do not care how bad the My Career is, you just want something new, that's it. If you don't care about anything else, if you don't care about the gameplay, you don't care about universe mode, you don't care about showcase mode, you don't care about any of those, you don't care about graphics, you just care about a new My Career, no matter how bad it is, I can recommend the game. Because some people, like me, I actually look forward to the My Career each year, because I want to see how they're going to do something different, because I like the story mode. That's what I look forward to. So then I guess if they remove My Career and put Road to WrestleMania, I'll be so happy.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess that's kind of my final question. What would you like want to see? What changes would you make in order to make 2K21 a good game? What would you want to see like out of 2K21?
GM mode, Road to WrestleMania. Yeah.
Yeah. I just probably want an overall better improvement in the gameplay as well.
Yeah.
Because that's something that's annoyed me. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can really say about 2K20.
I reckon that's it. Now, I'm going to give it a rating.
Mm-hmm.
I said I'll give it less than 4.
Yeah.
I'm honestly going to give it a 1.5 out of 10.
Jeez, he's gone. He's gone hard.
Honestly, I don't know. I sort of just put that on my bum, but like,
Yeah. I mean,
it's sort of hard not to.
I probably can't rate the game. I don't have it. I haven't played it, but
Yeah, that's something I'd imagine. To say.
Pun?
You don't have the game, but
Yes.
you can
No, I don't.
really agree with someone as me who does have the game and's grinded on it for a week now almost.
Exactly.
So there's a reason why you don't have it at the end of the day.
I know.
I don't want to see any comments, well, he doesn't have it, so
Yeah.
he can't say anything. There's a reason why he doesn't have it.
And you people would probably be the same people saying, if I did have the game and I complain about it, why'd you buy the game in the first place?
If you don't like it, don't buy it.
Yeah. And I mean, the thing is, it's not that... Like, I can tell if the game is good or not. And I could tell right from the very beginning, from when they started advertising this game, that it wasn't going to be a good game because, I mean, they had nothing to show. And then, you know, when they start showing stuff, I can see, okay, not really much has changed. And then I start seeing more stuff and I can kind of tell, okay, the graphics look a little weird this year. And, you know, it's the internet. It's not that hard to search up 2K gameplay and see what the game, how it is.
Yeah.
You know, to get a gauge of whether it's good or not.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that's going to be it.
Yep.
That was awesome.
Mm-hmm. It was good coming on here talking about it. That's the good thing about... See, if this was a good game, we probably wouldn't be able to do something like this and go for this long because there wouldn't be anything to talk about. So, I mean, I guess in some side, it's good that they make bad games because we can just, you know, make content out of it.
Yeah.
So that's the one
have
positive.
Fun. Like I've had fun.
That's where that one rating came from with your review, I'm guessing.
Well, if it was 2K19 new characters, there'd be nothing to say.
Yeah.
But if it was GM mode and stuff, then I'd be like, whoa, holy crap.
Yeah.
But like, this is just, it's better. I think as an experience, it sounds bad to say this, but I've had a better experience than I would have of a copy and paste.
Yeah.
Because obviously they couldn't copy and paste because Dukes left.
Yeah.
So they had to actually do some stuff
themselves. Yeah, they scrambled and they rushed.
Oh well. If there's anything you guys think we missed, let us know. If there's anything you guys want to counter on, let us know.
And don't use AEW as an excuse.
Yeah.
AEW has nothing to do with 2K. I don't know where you guys pull AEW from. I know a lot of people think that wrestling fans are AEW marks and everything like that, but you know, I can tell you guys, if AEW produced a game like this, I'd be, you know, crapping all over it, just like I am with WWE right now.
I want WWE and WWE 2K to succeed. I do.
Yeah, exactly. That's what all of us want, even with the shows.
But they ain't succeeding.
Yeah, and we come on here because we care. So
that's it.
Yeah,
and because it's a little bit funny as well. Like,
yes, exactly.
Let's be honest here.
It is. It's amusing.
All right, we're gonna end this off. Thank you for anyone that's got to the end. What's the special code word for anyone that got all the way to the hour mark? Hashtag. Oh, no, but that's what everyone's using anyway. Hashtag no.
I got no idea. I can't think of it.
We're listening.
Yeah.
That's it.
There we go.
We're listening.
We're listening.
If you hear this right now, the comment we're listening.
Yeah. Exactly. We hear you. Comment amen. That'd be guys.
Guys. Thank you for coming on, King. I appreciate it.
Yep.
And if there's anything else we need to say, we might do it in another video. Mm-hmm. But that's probably going to be it. I don't think they're going to fix this game.
No, neither.
Thank you for tuning in, guys. We'll see you later.
Ciao.